Mark in Indiana, you are live on Truth Wanted. What's up, brother?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Doing all right?
What's up?
Going good, man. How can we help you today?
All right. Well, you guys were talking earlier about how kind of alternate histories were really interesting to talk about. I had this thought experiment a while back on so many of our courthouses here in America have some sort of display of the Ten Commandments somewhere on their premises. And that's supposed to be like our guiding light for justice or something like that.
They sure do. They sure
do.
It needs to be Hammurabi's law.
I agree.
Only a few of those Ten Commandments are actually punishable in a court of law. So my little thought experiment was, what if all 10 commandments were actually punishable in a court of law? What would that look like in our judicial system?
Matt just came into the room real quick and gave me a very intimidating look. I think he wants to actually fight me now. So that's going to happen. That's
is he saying Hammurabi's code is just not a good thing to put in front of a courthouse?
I think it's because what I said earlier. That's a Patreon goal, is me fighting Matt live on For Truth. He's looking. He's ready. He's watching me now. He's not going to let me leave the building. This is. I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake.
What'd you say? Now I want to know.
Well, I said that Truth Wanted is the best thing.
Oh, I see. All right. There's going to be
gave me a thumbs up. All right, so he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
All right.
Okay. oh shit. There it
is.
It is. All right, there's a thumbs up.
Empirical proof.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to trust that that's actually Matt, I guess, because he didn't show up all the way on camera. It is him. He's just, now he's rolling his eyes. Okay, we need to move on. So yes, we're talking about.
Press H in the chat if you want to see Dan and Matt Dillahunty fight on air, live on air right now.
There we go,
man. Yeah, so definitely adultery. Don't know how you. I mean, like. What are the? I mean, murder. That's one you could probably try for, right? Coveting your neighbor's wife. Don't know how you'd prove that in court.
Yeah, that would be one of the harder.
Coveting,
ones.
yeah, just the desire. Also, the chat is full of H's.
Yeah, my thought experiment was on two different scenarios. One is, what if these laws were punishable in a court of law from the founding of America? What would our Bill of Rights looked like?
The First Amendment would be screwed. I'd be put to death somewhere.
Yeah. The second scenario was, what if such laws were enacted nationwide tomorrow? What would America look like then?
This is definitely a thought experiment that just definitely winds up with a lot of executions.
Yeah, ocean will be chopped up like 50 different ways for sure.
Right. Yeah. And I don't know. It's like, and I think that a lot of atheists would too, as a result like this. Although, wait a minute. I guess you shall have no other God before me. I guess atheists don't put any other God before. So you guys are fine.
We put the world before, Like they would say something.
But that's okay. Yeah, you're idolaters.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're done. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so it would be a hellhole. I don't know.
Atheists just worship money.
That's right. Yeah.
So here was my so like for the first commandment, my thought experiment was, if that had been enacted at the founding of America, we would be primarily Lutheran, I would think, or Puritan. I think those were the two major Christian religions back in the late 17th century, I think. I know it wasn't Catholicism.
No, there was a few different forms of Protestantism that were kicking around in the late 1700s.
Right. But so if you take that literally, no other God before me, which religion and which version of their God would fit the bill?
We can solve this. Hold on. I'll flip a coin. I missed, but we're gonna say it's heads. So I guess we're going with the Baptist God. All right.
Woohoo.
Any Protestant faith that can get along with the Baptist God is totally fine. The rest of you, I guess, will have to. The gallows are
Yeah. So count out
Like
all
that,
the witches.
that winds up being kind of the approach to those kind of things. Is that and some denominations I'm sure could get on board because Protestant deity isn't very different, but Christians will take little disagreements very seriously sometimes, and wind up fighting over it for.
Yeah. So
like, denominations are split all the time over.
What I would imagine, Mark, is we would have a Supreme Court whose only job would be to find the jurisprudence of previous rulings of how the Ten Commandments were done in previous cases, and would use that to determine, future laws in this country. It would all be based on that, and it would be terrible. And it would be, nobody would like that. That's why it doesn't actually work like that, even though everybody thinks it does. And if it did, actually, it would be not great. And we wouldn't have this show. It would actually be banned. Like, it would not be legal in a society that operated under those kinds of laws. So I'm glad that we don't live in that world.
Exactly. Well, I'm glad we don't too. But you were talking about this earlier on.
Our population would go down significantly. Yeah. That's one of the effects that we.
Sure.
I think some other laws that would be associated with those is that America would have like blasphemy laws. But then again,
correct. Yeah, freedom of speech wouldn't be
which religion,
the biggest value in the world.
Which religion would that count for? Because I don't see.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Are you okay?
I have to interrupt you because a call has appeared on my call screen that says Matt Dillahunty calling from inside the building in all caps. Says, I've got some thoughts on your epistemology, and I don't know if I want to take that right now.
What's going on? What's about to happen?
I saw him step outside with his cell phone. I don't. This is very scary. I'm actually very scared.
Wait, hold on a second. Then it's not from inside the building, is it?
That's true. I think. Well,
that is a lie.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I'd accept that.
Listen, step out.
I don't.
Is he calling you out?
Look, I did start this. I don't know if he's talking about me or you, though, Ocean. That's what.
Right, I know. That's what I'm wondering. Is like, do we need to have like because he can just come in if he wants to fight with you? But
that's true. Look,
I'm remote.
I know Matt's listening. Matt, if you want to fight Ocean, do it on your show, okay? Like, don't start beef with my guests, please. But okay, he hung up. All right, I guess. This is fun. Mark, I'm so sorry. We're really interrupting.
I don't know who's gonna need to have words with Matt later. Is it gonna be me next time I'm in Texas, or is it gonna be you when we walk out the door, or is it both? I don't know. It'll be interesting.
It's I don't know, but we're all just having a good time here. That just made my night. Yeah. So Mark,
hey, isn't it great though? Isn't it great though, being atheists, that we can disagree with each other without actually fighting?
Yeah, I mean, like,
I'm not an atheist.
I was gonna say, yeah, this guy, but Matt's he's looking at me funny now. I gotta finish this call. Let me talk to my man Mark here.
Is Matt like just pacing out there? Okay, anyway.
He's just looking at me. He's disappointed. I can tell. But
we love you, Matt. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mark. Long story short, bad idea. 10 Commandments. Let's not do them. So I like what we're doing now.
And there would be just a lot of negative effects. I don't know.
A lot of negative stuff, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Anything else you want to say, Mark, before we kind of wrap this call up?
No, I know you guys are running short on time. I just wanted to throw that out there, what kind of thoughts you'd have on it, and think it's some fun to think about, at least, if not, but slightly horrifying.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks again for calling for that, Mark. It's a good idea to think about once, and then we don't have to think about it ever again, because it really isn't a good idea now that I'm talking out loud. So, yeah, thanks for calling. Hope to hear from you again. Man, oh, man. A lot of laughs tonight. Really good show. I'm loving it.
I'm getting Dan in trouble today, guys.
Dude, for sure. But you know what? It's worth it. It's fun, man. Like, it's fun to, like, just... I don't know, just to be here, just to be in the moment with other people that you enjoy. That's the best thing about this show, honestly, is the different perspectives and people I get to talk to with every.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so cool. Like, I am so thankful for you guys, the guys who watch the show and who get to call and I get to talk to and say that you watch me, like that's crazy to me. Like I don't think I'm nearly that interesting, but I mean, obviously you're not just watching for me, you're watching for people like Ocean, you're watching for other folks to come on. It just warms my heart. So thanks again, all you guys who watch and support the show.